Welcome back. Hunting is something many of our ancestors had to do, and now that the meat industry is starting to struggle, outdoorsmen seem to be prepared. Fox 44's Brian Glenn chats with outdoorsman Ted Nugent and the editor-in-chief of Hook and Barrel magazine.
One segment of the population that seems to not be affected by this is our hunters. Joining me now is musician and outdoorsman Ted Nugent and editor-in-chief of Hook and Barrel magazine, John RADZWILLA. John, I'll start with you. Will we see a trend in people becoming a little bit more self-reliant on getting their own meat and getting into hunting?
Well, I sure hope so, Brian. That's the business I'm in, but it's also a passion of mine. As I see people at the store all scrambling for what they could get, I'm going out to my freezer. I've got a deep freezer, organic, free-range, non-GMO, all the things everybody wants, food that I harvested last year. I'm pretty proud of that.
Absolutely. Ted, I'll turn to you. You're our official hunter on this show. Is this a good time to introduce people into harvesting and getting in their own meat?
Conservation is timeless, and it's the last perfect hands-on, responsible environmentalism known to man. I'm in touch with all my farmers and ranchers friends. Just got off the phone with my great producers of pork and chicken and beef in South Dakota, and they are experiencing some very bad time. But yes, Brian, as John will celebrate, there are tens of millions of hunting families in America that celebrate God's miraculous renewable pantry of perfect, organic, nutritious food. And whether it's squirrels or rabbit or woodcock or grouse or ducks or geese or pheasant or the mighty white-tailed deer or the mule deer or the antelope or the cougar or the bear, we're talking the greatest, most delicious meals in the world. And it's renewable. It's as natural could get. Take a good look at the Motor City Madman. I'll be 72 years old this year, and I'm cock-blocked, ready to rock the pot, Doc, because I've fed my sacred temple with wild game my whole life. I've been clean and sober, which means no poisons in my system, which also means no chemicals, no preservatives, and no unidentifiable contents. And I salute the farmers and ranchers because they feed the world. They're the hardest working people in the world. But there's plenty of game for everybody. A lot of people dismiss that. We have the highest numbers of deer and antelope and cougar and bear, turkey and geese in recorded history. Come get you some.
Come get you some. Hey, John, I'll ask you. You do a lot of fishing yourself. You've written about it in your magazine. Is this a good time to take a kid fishing?
Absolutely, Brian. I mean, there's no better time. You have no commitment really to having to be anywhere at any one given time. And that's one of the best parts about fishing is taking that time, disconnecting, being present in what you're doing. And to top it off, you're going to get food. Now, not saying that there's going to be probably some crazy run and shortage on food that we all need to be fishing for our food. But you know what? That's supplemental food that we could get from there. That's a God-given right of ours and a blessing that we could always go out. And especially if we get that time to spend that time with our kids and bond in more ways than just catching a fish, I say go ahead, man. Go after it.
I agree. Ted, John, it's a pleasure to have you guys both on the show. The weather is great out. I think I'm going to go take a kid fishing. How about that, guys?
Absolutely, Brian.
Until next time, we'll see you guys later. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian.